Imagine this. You've spent years being nice, accommodating, predictable, yet the women you desire remain just out of reach. Meanwhile, another man, less handsome, less accomplished, commands their attention effortlessly. What does he know that you don't? Here's the unsettling truth. Attraction isn't fair. It doesn't reward virtue. It doesn't follow logic. Beneath the surface of polite smiles and forced laughter, something far darker governs human desire, an invisible game of power, psychology, and primal instinct. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the unconscious forces that drive us, even as we deny their existence. What if the key to irresistible attraction lies not in being better, but in understanding the hidden rules of this game? What if the good guy is doomed to fail precisely because he refuses to acknowledge the darker truths of human nature? The real question isn't how to manipulate women, it's whether you're brave enough to face what really moves them. The problem isn't that women are hard to understand, it's that society has lied to you about what truly drives attraction. From fairy tales to romantic comedies, we're fed a myth that love is earned through kindness, loyalty, and patience. But history's greatest minds knew better. Nietzsche saw it first. What is done out of love always takes place beyond good and evil, beneath civilization's moral veneer. Human desire obeys older, deeper laws. Jung called this the anima and animus, the unconscious masculine and feminine energies that pull us toward certain people. Often against our will, modern dating, with its endless swiping and hollow validation, has only amplified this disconnect. We've been conditioned to seek approval, to play safe, to beg for love instead of commanding it. But desire doesn't respond to neediness, it responds to presence, to mystery, to the unspoken tension of what remains unresolved. The real question is, are you willing to see desire for what it really is, not a transaction, but a dance of shadows? What happens when a man denies these darker truths? He becomes predictable, a walking apology, desperate for validation. Women may call him nice, but they won't desire him. Why? Because safety is the death of attraction. The brain craves what it cannot fully possess. What remains slightly out of reach, modern psychology confirms this. Intermittent reinforcement, the same mechanism that hooks gamblers to slot machines, also governs romantic fixation. When attention is given inconsistently, the mind obsesses. But most men, afraid of being seen as manipulative, reject this knowledge outright. And so they remain trapped, caught between society's moral fairy tales and the raw and changing nature of human longing. The tragedy? Women don't want a man who surrenders his power. They crave one who understands the game, not to exploit it, but to master himself within it. The paradox is this: only when you stop needing a woman's approval will you truly earn it. But how? That's where the real rebellion begins. The first step is radical honesty with yourself. No more pretending desire is fair. No more confusing manipulation with mastery. True power begins when you stop performing for affection and start embodying what actually draws people in: unshakable self-possession. Schopenhauer saw it clearly. A man can do what he wills, but not will what he wills. You cannot force attraction, but you can remove what repels it. Neediness repels. Insecurity repels. The cure? Indifference, not cruel detachment, but the quiet confidence of a man who knows his worth isn't determined by another's gaze. This is the rebellion. Stop chasing. Start choosing. Become the man who inspires pursuit rather than begging for it. How? By turning inward, facing your shadows, your fears, your hunger for validation, and mastering them. The irony? The less you try to be desired, the more you'll be. But this is only half the truth. The final revelation changes everything. Here is the secret neither pickup artists nor hopeless romantics will tell you. True mastery is not about controlling women. It's about confronting yourself. The dark psychology you sought was never a weapon to wield against others, but a mirror held up to your own unmet desires. Your unclaimed power, your unlived life. Jung warned us, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Every tactic, every trick, every shortcut is just a distraction from the real work, becoming a man so utterly at peace with his own depths that attraction becomes effortless. Not because you manipulated the game, but because you stopped playing it, the ultimate truth. You were never powerless. The moment you stop seeing women as conquests or saviors, and start seeing yourself as the source of your own fulfillment, is the moment everything changes. Not 99% of the time. Every time. Now, what will you do with this knowing?